California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' seasons as each are trying to break into the top 25. The Bruins will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers' offense will come out first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, he's had his way.
There he goes! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
Got a man. It's Henderson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they understood the challenge coming in. Like, he is elusive. He is a game breaker. They were not going to let his legs beat him. That's what they told us anyways. And so far on this first drive, great job getting to him and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. Going right to work up top. Finds a man on the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA. First score of the game goes up. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They're
trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. So now it's second and long. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Finds the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to keep it in the air. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He might want another play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Bruins are threatening in the red zone. He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hill. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, UCLA! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. And some room to work. Turning it on! Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. separation on the out route. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bruin!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
UCLA, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll keep it on the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's open on the right. Just like that, a huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And here's the third interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Pressure coming. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll go to the ground. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to run for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
You got to give this defense credit, because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henderson. Oh, he's got some space. Slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the ground with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Pulls and fires complete. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Rides the back on the option to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it.